I was just thinking about when I was in high school, I was dating this girl who we will call, I don't know, Tiffany or whatever. So, I was dating Tiffany for about 9-10 months. It wasn't like the longest relationship I've ever had, but I just remember I could have done it in a better way, more mature way probably. We had been together for about 10 months, and it really wasn't bad at all. I mean, we lived in a house, we lived with her mom. Keep in mind, I'm still in high school. Nobody even cares that I'm living with this girl. I'm 16 years old. Just turned 17, I think. And we're living in this house, and she's got like 5-6 sisters. I was real close with her mom, still am to this day. Well, not real close, but whenever I see her, and I enjoy seeing her a lot. But her sisters despise me, but that's besides the point. But, it wasn't really all that bad. She did just about everything for me, and, never really told me no, which, I was like, you don't have to do stuff. Like, it was just kind of weird, She just kind of did everything for me. Which at the time, I was like, well, all right, cool. I mean, I don't know, because my first girlfriend before this one, she was just real mean, real hateful. This one was not even that. I mean, really, I had it kind of made. I was bring me freaking baked potato in bed, and I'm over here playing video games. She'd come around there and, treat me good and stuff like that. It wasn't really all that bad. But, when you're young and stuff, you just kind of, you kind of start looking other places, I guess is the thing I'm trying to say. And by other places, I mean other women. But she was about 2 years older than I was, a year older than I was, I think. And I guess I wasn't really all that mature. I knew, what, now that I'm about 25 and I'm thinking about it, I don't think either one of us, it was a high school relationship, So we'd been together about 10 months, and I remember just waking up one day, and I had a bag of trash bags, and I was living in this house, and there were so many fleas. Like, I love her mama. I do care for her as well, but I mean, we were not we were poor, a bunch of kids living off a Social Security check. I think it was like $800 a month or something like that. And I just, it was just, man, I just did not want to be there. We had no money. I was so skinny because I did not eat, because I was living with them, but eating was just like on the back burner. I just did not eat. Hell, the only time I'd really eat is I'd go visit my grandma or my mom. That was the only time I remember eating, really. So I saw all my trash bags, and I just looked at them one day, and I saw my pile of clothes in the corner of our bedroom. We had just painted it black or something like that. You know what? I just told her straight up. I was just like, I think I want to break up. And she started getting real sad. And, I don't blame her, because I didn't really give her no hint. I just kind of got up one day. I literally woke up and just was like, I'm going to leave. There was no, I didn't even the day before, I did not even think about it. I just literally woke up that morning and was just like, all right, I'm just going to leave now. And I hear she's doing well for herself now, so good for her. But, I just, that's just something I did a lot back in the day. It was a spur of the moment decision. I just got up and left. Literally, I packed all my things in trash bags and my guitars and stuff, and I didn't even have a license back then, and I was doing pills a little bit back then. But I'm like 16, 17 years old. I grab all my clothes, my guitars, my Xbox 360, because I was still playing a 360, even though the PS4 had been out for a while, and the Xbox One, I think. But I was still playing the 360. All my 360 lovers out there, you You know how it is. You know how it is. But, I grabbed all my stuff and I just left. And, I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I wish I could have done it better. Because then after that, you know, it obviously hurt her really bad. And I was hurting a little bit too. But I was just kind of happy to fucking be back at my mom's house and go downstairs. And, you know, there's a full fridge right there. And I just eat all I want, you know. Kind of like that, you know. But, I just wish I would have gone about it better, you know what I mean? Because I didn't give her no hint. Like, because the night before, we had a really good date. And I didn't even think, I was like, I'm having fun. I literally just woke up and left. And she, and you know what's worse about it though, I was also being real dumb in my personal life, and I was doing, you know, recreational things I probably shouldn't have been doing. And, you know, I'd hit her up and, you know, I'd tell her to come over to my house. And, like, this was like 3 months later. She got, so to kind of get over me, I think she got with this dude, this real twig of a guy. Man, I can't remember his name now. I shouldn't even be saying his name anyway, but she got with this real twig of a guy, and I acted like a fool about it, acting like I had any say in what she did after I walked off and left. Real ignorant, you know, and I made a fool of myself. And then she came over, and she dropped him as soon as I told her to come over. She just was like, who's that? And then I guess, you know, this is really bad on my part. I was kind of leading her on because I was just wanting to, you know, but she wanted to be in a relationship with me again. And I didn't want that really. I just wanted to have fun and stuff and just hang out and have a good time. And that was a weird time period actually, because I took her to all sorts of places during that time. She went to Colorado, I think, and we just were kind of, you know, friends with benefits. Although she did not want that. And then something happened eventually. And then, you know, eventually when you're doing that type of thing and she wants a relationship and you don't, eventually there's going to be a boiling point where it's just going to split up. And that's what happened. So, thinking back on that whole entire situation, I kind of wish I would have broke up with her better. Because I've definitely broken up with girls better since then. My first love, me and her have been together, off and on together, since we were in middle school. To her credit, because she will argue this to this day, but I swear, she's broken up with me more times. But at the end of the day, I don't think it really matters. I do think I broke up with her a few times. But anyways, that's also weird. I don't know why I act like such a fool. But see, I did a lot of breaking up in my younger years, you know. I just kind of just walk off. And then I had this one girl I was dating. She was like, oh, he's an Aquarius, he just does that. And I was just like, I don't even know what that means, dude. I don't pay attention to the astrology stuff, astrological stuff, okay? I don't pay attention to that stuff. I don't know about it. I don't care to know about it either. But my first love broke up with me a lot. And then I broke up with a lot of girls after her. I think it might have had something to do with that. I was like, I'm just going to leave you first. And that may have been why I did it, but I don't know. I just kind of get up and leave one day. I just kind of am like, okay, bye. And that's terrible. I shouldn't, and I haven't done that in years. I've been with my fiance. Well, we've been together for altogether 4 years. She's been my fiance for 2 years. We just haven't had the wedding yet because, you know, the world's insane right now, and it's just, we don't have the money, we don't got the time. It's simple as that. Which, this is also the longest relationship I've had. It's about 4 years. So, doing better, I guess, but I just wish I could have gone back and, not gone back, but I wish I would have done things differently. I wish I would have not let her on. You know, that was a pretty crappy thing to do on my part. But yeah, I just started thinking about that and thought I'd tell you about it, man. So, I guess if you're gonna break up with somebody, just break up with somebody. Don't lead them on. Peace.